In this video, I'm going to be playing through Kirby's Dream Land 2 for the Game Boy and giving you soft commentary along with rain sounds to hopefully help you fall asleep fast. If you enjoy what you see here on the shorts version, click the bottom of your screen to watch the full version. Let's get into this wonderful game. I'm actually playing the DX version, which is a color ROM hack, so it's the same game with maybe a few minor tweaks like frame rate improvements and stuff like that, but for the most part it's the exact same game, just colorized, you know, to fit the more, well, not modern, but like the Kirby Superstar sort of color scheme. I'm sure it was originally black and white. Actually, no, I think this was on the Game Boy Color. But the original palette that I was playing with was pretty ugly. Even the one that was supposedly enhanced, it was honestly so ugly. I think it would have probably, you know, hurt your eyes, honestly. But yeah, I found this and I was like, well, looks perfect. We already did the DX version for Mario Land 2 and it turned out great. So we're just gonna play this version. I'm just gonna give you soft commentary and hopefully we just have a nice little time together and you get some relaxation. So I'm not going to talk the entire time and talk your ear off. We're just going to chill and I'll interject when I feel I should. I'm not sure if there's really that many powers or if any powers in this. Well, there's a power that we can get, so firepower, and then we also have this little hamster dude, and I don't know what exactly he does. Well, he breathes fire apparently. So just sit back, relax, don't worry. We're not gonna have any rage out moments or anything. It's gonna be just nice and soft commentary, just like this the entire time. Play through the entire game. Even if it gets tough, we're not gonna get upset. Sometimes games just get tough. Not sure exactly what the hamster does. Maybe he's sort of like Yoshi, I guess. Well, he can kind of do what Kirby does, but he seems like he actually has his inhale ability is a little bit stronger. So I know that there are some powers in this game, but it seems like they're a little bit more rare than others. He fly? How do you get off the hamster? Okay. So select is get rid of the hamster. I'm just don't know exactly what he does, but we'll figure out as the game goes on. Like I've said in previous videos, I'm not exactly an expert on any of these games. I literally go into most of the games blind, just based on what I think people would want to watch, so. Definitely not a speedrun channel. Got a parasail ability, so we get to smack an umbrella at people. And one hit gets you to lose the power, which I always thought was a bit annoying because that didn't happen in Kirby Superstar, but it didn't, I think, every other Kirby game, unfortunately. But there was basically little room for error, if any. So far, this game is pretty easy. I don't expect it to be any type of super frustrating moments anyway. Move on to the first boss fight, which is for some reason a tree that can, I guess, have his roots come up and get you. knocked his mask off, so he's not happy. He's definitely a lot harder than he was in Superstar. But he's still defeated regardless. Move on to the next area. Big Forest. Actually never played this particular one. I've played Superstar, Dreamland, Adventure, Nightmare in Dreamland. I think a little bit of Magic Mirror or whatever. I think it's called something Mirror. I didn't play any of the Wii games. I want to really bad, and I got a Wii emulator working perfectly now, so I'm definitely going to do Return to Dreamland, or I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but I'm going to cover all the Kirby games. I'm hoping I can get a hold of all or most of them. Then when I get that was easy. I get an owl. He flops on my head. It just makes flying easier, I guess. They're kind of like Yoshis, I guess, is the basic gist of what these things do. Is they're kind of like Yoshis. But yeah, I'm gonna try to play through all the Kirby games, through all the Mario games, you know, the RPGs, of course, because I've already done Mario RPGs, so high possibility we're gonna do Paper Mario. It's just I have a lot of plans for the future, but I'm focusing mainly right now on Nintendo franchises as a central theme for this, because I feel like this probably the best targeting, really, because you know they have all those different games that, ooh, I like that. Get a little cutter ability and he throws his feathers at people. I like that. Pretty awesome, actually. I'm gonna keep this owl as long as I can, honestly, because he's making the levels a lot easier. But basically plowing through all the Nintendo games because they have all sort of have like a similar theme, and they, you know, people that are fans of Mario a lot of times are also fans of Kirby and Zelda and you know, Metroid and stuff like that, you know. And they're also pretty consistent quality-wise as well. They're usually, you know, high-quality games. There's very few bad Mario games, very few bad Kirby games, if any, you know. So it helps a lot with when the quality, for the most part, is pretty, you know, pretty reliable. That's kind of neat. It's like a little spike thing that comes out of his butt. That's kind of neat. If these videos help you, please give a like and subscribe, and also consider becoming a member, because I've turned off mid-roll ads because I don't want you woken up by a Coca-Cola ad at, 3 a.m. because YouTube decided to take my super relaxing video and then place a ridiculously loud ad, out of nowhere. So it's better if you just become a member. You can become one for only $1 or $5 if you want early access to new content. So it's only $1 a month minimum. So hopefully you at least consider that. Please help. So it looks like we're fighting somethings. I don't know exactly what they are, actually. It's free dwellers. Don't know exactly what type of animal that is. Whatever it is, this spike thing is not doing a lot of damage, but that's that boss, whatever he was. Let's take the trip to the next level. What is this one called? Ripple Fields to the Water World. Booming. I really think this owl is a ridiculously OP. He just lets you just like float over stuff with so much ease. That's perfect for this, where it's all about relaxing. So I got the rock ability, I guess that's called. Kind of surprised I don't have the beam ability yet. But that this owl can somehow swim. I don't know if owls really swim. Maybe they do. Never thought about it. They usually live in trees, don't they? I don't know if owls are really have much affection for water. Move on to level 2 of area 2 of level 3. It's confusing. I'm just gonna call it level 3 2 of world 3. Let's just call it that. How are we supposed to get that? I don't know. No idea. Pick our new fish friend, who I think might have been a downgrade from the previous, honestly. He does help us get these stars. Get another extra life because of him. He lets you go against this current. Kind of missed the owl already. But it does make it, maybe you need him to get past those areas with the thing that shoves you down. I think a bird just flew into my window. It scared the bejesus out of me. Something just smashed against the window, but I'm almost positive it was just a bird because I saw something fly away immediately after. Pretty sure the owl was a profound upgrade from this. Yeah, this fish thing sucks. He's not good. As most fish or aquatic power-ups are usually pretty bad. Like Mario 3 had the frog suit and that was terrible. I would never not say that the frog suit was not terrible. It was terrible. It worked. It was maybe useful for like 2 levels, if that, and even those, it wasn't worth it. Versus like a fire flower. Like, I hate the frog suit, and I think I've never liked it. Like forever, I thought the frog suit was just useless and like a joke power up. Then I realized it was meant for, swimming, and I'm just like, bro, Mario does not need a power up dedicated to swimming. His regular ability is not that bad. Good enough. The frog doesn't even have a projectile or anything. So far, I wouldn't call this game very difficult. It's just they don't give you a lot of health pickups, do they? There's one right there, actually. But they still don't. I mean, Kirby Superstar basically just throw them at you. I still died in that one, though, but Superstar was definitely more difficult than this has been so far. And it's not to say Kirby Superstar is even that hard either. The only really hard part of Kirby Superstar really is the arena. The arena is rough. Because it's like an endurance round and you have to beat all the bosses back to back to back with, one. Good thing you can do that. I didn't know you could. But yeah, the arena's rough. I was never a fan of the arena, really. Oops, I was right in his way for that one. So I'm just waiting for this. Whoa! Didn't expect that. Ooh, you can't dodge that. If you can, it's very difficult. Like his ultimate, FU attack, I think. Oh, I just lost a fish. I didn't even lose a life. Okay. Not bad. I can live with that. Plus Kirby, actually. That worked. His swimming is actually better than the fish power-up or fish buddy or whatever you call him. He swims better in this game than he did in the Superstar. Off we go to the next one. This looks like an ice world. Iceberg. Well, that's obvious. Sherlock would call it a clue. Ooh, neat. Get the little freeze power from Superstar again. We can just turn stuff into a block of ice and kick it. Like it. Happy to see that return. You know, I actually did like Dreamland 1 a lot. I thought I wouldn't, honestly, because it didn't have any power-ups, and I thought that would just make the game not fun. But it was actually, I actually enjoyed it a lot. Believe it or not. I actually enjoyed Dreamland quite a bit. I would play it again, honestly, if there was a remake of it or something. It wasn't as good as Superstar because very few games, you know, Kirby or otherwise, can touch Kirby Superstar. But I mean, I'm happy to see that. I always kind of thought that Kirby kind of went down a path where it was like sort of like the Star Fox path, where he had like one good game and all the other games tried too hard to be something that other than what it was good at, you know, kind of thing. Where Star Fox just was a great rail shooter, you know, for the time and otherwise, and they just wanted to get away from that for some reason. And I thought that Kirby did the same thing. I thought for some reason, but pretty much this game and Dreamland 1 and this is Dreamland 2. I mean, they have a style, they have a format. They didn't do the Star Fox thing, which I'm happy. You know, that makes me happy that there's more of what I loved in Superstar. It may not be as advanced with all the, you know, moves and all that, but you know, it may be more focused where it's not, you know, a huge variety of games. Like, you know, like there's no cave offensive or no like there's no great cave offensive in this one. It's like this is, you know, the game, you know. It's the first Kirby game I think most of us played probably was Superstar, so it kind of set the standard where we expect like a variety kind of thing instead of just like, you know, one long adventure. At least for me. I like this though. I really like this one. This one's good. Ooh, our owl buddy's back. That's nice. Happy to see you, buddy. Actually missed you a lot. I really did. We needed the owl back. We just went in the wrong door. So really, that's what the animal buddies are. They're basically like your Yoshi in this game. And honestly, I think especially the owl is far superior to Yoshi. I've always thought Yoshi was a bit overrated. And I think Nintendo learned that the hard way when they did Yoshi's Island, which did well. Don't get me wrong, it did well, but there's a reason they put out Yoshi's Story, which didn't do all that great, you know, at least critically. Like, no one talks about, oh, you remember Yoshi's Story? That game was so great. No one talks about it, you know. And then Might have made like one or two other Yoshi's Island sort of games, and that was it. Like they just never, they never gave him priority like they did Wario. You know, where Wario had like, you know, 4 really good games, and maybe more. You know, and oh, what am I doing wrong here? Am I supposed to go somewhere else, or that? I don't think that area took us anywhere else, did they? I just stopped up here and just, yeah, didn't go anywhere else. I see this ice, and it's like, I guess we need a firepower, maybe? Is there even a fire in here? No? Well, he's a fire, I think. Do you have firepower? Oh, he does the same thing that... A little confused by this. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I think we gotta get rid of the owl, unfortunately. And that. Well, we can get rid of that too. That particular life. Well, good thing we spawned right back in here though, so that was very appreciated. Yeah, that's how you gotta get through. You gotta use the firepower to break through it. I don't know if you can take the owl with you or not, but he's gone now. Just had to check something really quick. Sorry about that. Well, ice dude's being a pain in the butt. There we go. Problem is, if you hit him when he's too close to the wall, you'll get stuck there and take damage and not be able to hit him again. But there he goes. He's done now. Oh, you can keep your fish. I ain't interested in that. You can keep your fish. I ain't interested in that. Keep it. Get that fish out of here. Thing is a net negative to the game, honestly. Maybe there's some secret thing that I'm missing where the fish is like the greatest part of the game, or maybe he just isn't good. Like, I'm sure someone's eventually going to tell me in the comments the frog suit is amazing because it does some type of magical thing. I just lost that fireball. We'll get the ice power up. That's good. Keep that. I'll keep that. This skin's pretty good. I'd rank it above Dreamland 1 so far and below Superstar because I don't think anything's going to get past Superstar. I really don't think anything's going to get past Superstar. Can I get a health power up out here or anything? Or there's not a thing? All right. I'll tell you, that's another way to get health. Is you just take out a life. Oh, that was a bad idea. He got me anyway. It's fine. I was down to like 1 bar of health. I wasn't going to be able to beat him regardless. Are you going to throw me something at all? Or are you just going to jump around and just maul me the entire time? I will say that's one thing about the Kirby games, that if you lose your power, fighting enemies becomes incredibly not fun. Bro, why is that is bad level design right there. Just having stuff just come from behind you over and over. Supposed to be stuff comes from in front of you, not behind you, like behind the screen, you know, when it comes to these games. Okay, that is definitely something right there. Kirby uses a boomerang. Incredibly slow animation. That's the World 4 boss taken out. Move on to World 5. Red Canyon. Usually my least favorite of all the, whoops, I did not mean to do that. Fine though. Probably just go, yeah, we can just do like that. So let's go between worlds. Figured that originally anyway. Usually the canyon sort of mountain desert levels are my least favorite in any of these games. They're usually just not very nice to look at and also pretty bland usually. If you live in the desert, good for you, but I just don't understand the appeal. I know some people really love it and think it's the greatest thing ever, and I'm just like, I don't get it, bro. It's always hot. It's always dry. The two things that sound miserable to me, hot and dry. All right, come on, jellyfish. Stop fooling with me. And this game might as well be Kirby's event, Kirby 1. Because you're almost always without a power-up when a boss comes up. At least I am. I never had that problem with Adventure or Superstar, so. The hamster dude. Still don't understand exactly what the hamster is for, besides being like Yoshi, but he doesn't really do anything. I don't think. I know the other ones do stuff like fly and all that, but I guess he's just like your beginner one, but the problem is, like, he takes away your ability to float. Can't float over stuff with him. I think the regular hamster is kind of a downgrade from just regular Kirby. Just like the fish is a downgrade from, you know. He gives you more health, but like he also limits your mobility terribly. Not bad. I mean, he's good in some situations, just not many. He also makes the cutter move really, really annoying to use, which is one of the better abilities in this game so far. Enough for me to almost take a life over it. Whoa. Yeah, the cutter ability is easily the best one. Just because you can throw the projectile just straight in front of you. That's amazing. I still have not figured out this mini game. What I'm supposed to do right there. I've hit A, I've hit B, and nothing happens. I've hit up. That's one thing I really hate about the other Kirby games that aren't Superstar is the whole one hit, you lose your power up thing. And I don't think they did that in Nightmare in Dreamland. So I think this game probably came up before Superstar when that was actually a thing. Because in the original, I think in Kirby Adventure it was still a one hit lose your power thing. And then Nightmare in Dreamland, they got rid of that. I'm pretty sure. They might have not. Bro, what? Dude, this guy is just a massive butthole. Like he is just, that dude's easily the worst boss we've had so far. Fine, give me the gerbil again. Even though he turns the best power up into the worst one, he has extra health. And apparently really terrible at swimming. Didn't know that was an unintended side effect of having a gerbil, is that they're terrible at swimming. Never had a gerbil. And if I did have one, I wouldn't try to make it swim either, because I figure they can't. From this game and from just looking at them. Not like a dog that's great at swimming, but I still didn't throw Puppa in a lake, you know, because I'd be worried that she wouldn't be ready, or she might, you know, screw up somehow, and I'd be having to search the depths for my dog, so I don't take her to the lake. Or if I do, it's, you know, on a leash where she can't get in the water. Gotta realize she's all I got left. When it comes to family, really, for the most part. So all the rest are rather just not in touch, or by their own decision or not. How am I supposed to hurt him? He doesn't throw out anything. Well, there. Just bump into him, I guess, and take damage. Because you can't suck him up. Dude, this hamster sucks. I'm sorry, he just sucks. He just gets in the way. Oh, gerbil or whatever he's supposed to be, he gets in the way. The flying one was amazing. That thing was basically a cheat code in the game. That regular hamster is just a freaking liability. I understand why we haven't had more of that owl. I don't think gerbils are exactly just running around wild in the desert, are they? Might be. I don't know nothing about gerbils, so I never had one. Just know if you have one, keep your cat away from it. If you have a cat, don't get a gerbil. I didn't know this, but is it true that cats are actually apex predators wherever they go? Like any type of cat, you know, I don't know about a house cat, but like you think about tigers. I'm gonna figure out how to do that stupid jump before the end of this game. But you get like tigers, cheetahs, leopards, jaguars. Nothing eats any of those. I don't think anything eats a house cat. I mean, I think there's stuff that could eat a house cat, but like a bear or something. But I don't think a bear would even bother, because I saw a bear actually walk up to a house cat and the cat swatted at it and it ran away. It was in a video where a black bear walked up onto someone's yard and the cat was like, you ain't coming out here. Get out of my yard. And then just swatted at the bear and the bear ran away from the cat. Maybe an alligator would eat a cat. I don't know why a cat would be near an alligator either. And the difference between it can eat it and it would eat it are two different things. What? I feel like I'm just playing the first game all over again, because the powers are so scarce. What? That's how you hurt him. Just you do his little rush into you and knocks his own spikes off like a moron. Then you just spit them back at him. That's kind of funny. As long as he has the spikes, you can't hurt him. Timon is a pain. He's almost gone though. That Timon is a pain. By the time you get up there, he's already brought his new spikes back. That's just. Alright, he's done. Thank you. The owl is back. My God, I needed this so bad. There's just no way to get past that without taking a hit. You gotta hit down and then I don't even know if you have to hit down. You just press A at the right time. Here we go. Next boss. I think. Oh, there's level 5. Okay. What does it even do? Okay. I'll take it. Basically gives you like a bomb where like it just completely rains complete napalm on everything below it. I'll take it. I don't even know the stars. I think they're just, you collect 10 of it. Well, whatever that is, 7 stars. Did Mario RPG already. Go watch it. 7 stars gets you to get an extra life. Thank you. Give me that. I'll take it. Happily take it. Boss level. Sun and Moon, what? Remember them from Milky Way Wishes, but alright, well that's, I didn't think that would be really a thing until way later. Wait, is that? I thought the music was something else. The sun is done. Sun is done. I thought the sun was done. Well, you can still attack, but What was I supposed to do to get inside the triangle, I guess? Bro, this fight, though. This fight is really rough if you don't have a power up. I'm literally like one hit away from beating this boss, and it's just not giving me anything. The sun and moon are done. Crazy. Kirby literally has us fight the sun and the moon. That's completely nuts. I think we're going to level 6 now. What can really come after the sun and the moon? Cloudy Park. So sky level, I guess. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. As far as the games I've played thus far, I think I can give a judgment on this. Kirby Superstar is number 1, of course. Ultra is, I'm just gonna say Ultra is the same thing. So it added a couple of new modes, and really it was a good remake. So what to say Superstar / Ultra, 1 slot, right? I never really played Ultra much because it was a 2-screen thing, and I just don't like splitting my attention. Like, it just, my brain doesn't like, looking at 2 screens at once. It never has. So that's why I try to avoid DS stuff. But maybe I'll figure out a way to play it properly at some point and get over that hurdle. But Superstar is number 1. I'll say Nightmare in Dreamland is number 2. Adventure is number 3. This is number 4. And I don't know about the rest of the games because I haven't played them yet. If you don't give me the owl right here, I don't know what your problem is. Why would you give me the fish on a cloud level? That makes 0 sense, bro. None. It makes 0 sense. That's just the developers trolling you at that point, I think. I really think that has to be a troll. Like, Cloud World. Give him a fish. Cloudfish. It's gonna be, watch it be the new cloud storage thing like sync.com or, Google Drive. Call it Cloudfish. To store all your fish in the clouds. I don't know. Sounded good in my head, but didn't come out too well. I'm not going to do what DSP does by basically trying to force the Kojima World Order thing down your throat about 1 billion times when he was playing Metal Gear Solid. I was watching This Is How You Don't Play, and at some point I was just like, bro, enough. Stop saying it. It's not funny. It wasn't funny the first time you said it. Like, he just kept trying to drill, like he said it like every 2 seconds in the video. I don't know if he was that bad during the actual, original video, but good God. Like, he was really trying to force the Kojima NWO meme, and I was like, no, nope, ain't gonna work. Not gonna work. a feeling we're going to fight Meta Knight in this one. I don't know. What? Did he even come up in the first game? No, he comes up in Adventure a lot, but I don't remember if he even came up in the first Dream. I don't think he did. I think he had Wispy Tree, Krakow a couple of times, and then, dude, that sucks. I have to just switch powers just to tease you. That's bad. That's just not good design. I'm not gonna say the devs are bad or anything. The game so far has been great, but I'm willing to admit when certain spots are just, I don't like certain aspects of something. So it's not that I'm trying to trash the game. It's just not trying to trash the game at all. But I think it's fair to say that if you have to lose a very useful power and take a slightly less one just to break a couple of blocks, it's not a very good mechanic. And what just happened there? Why can't I open that? There like a okay. I don't understand. I don't understand what I just did there, but all right. Take the extra life. Don't understand. Alright, whatever. I guess I just won't understand why I can't take that buddy. Probably a fish anyway. What? Gonna keep going me that way, or fine? All right, I'll take it. Whatever. I got 5 lives, and I got level 3. I'm going in a loop. Okay. This is kind of a little tedious, bro. Why is this a thing? Why is this a level? I'm serious. Why is this a level? You're literally just going around a loop, breaking blocks, and you have to go around the entire loop again to break more blocks, to go around the loop again, to break more blocks. It's tedious. There's nothing interesting in this setup. It's just annoying. It's busy work. Literal busy work. I feel like some designers, kid, or not even a kid, but like, whatever. Some designer's friend was like, got a great idea. Let's just waste a person's time. Like, let's just make them go into something that's a really long, drawn out, no point in doing this. Why are we doing this again kind of thing? Because they'll love it. I don't know why I was looking at him, expecting him to react like Big Boo with the boos do where they like hide from you or whatever. I gotta figure out how this thing works. Give me a second. I understand it now. Just not good at it. There we go. You gotta basically get to the as close to as low as you can on the cloud and then hit A. It doesn't say that on the screen, so I guess they assumed I would know that, but it did. Oh, I'm tired. I need some coffee. I haven't had coffee today, actually. Go get some coffee in a bit after this is done. I don't know how long the game is, but I'm going to try to complete it today, and then I'm going to go get me some coffee. Then hold Papa for a while, then maybe get some more work done. I don't know. Me and her had a little bit of an argument last night, which is funny. I'm arguing with the dog, but we had a little bit of a thing last night. Did that guy ever bring my stuff? Okay, so it's still going. Instacart order. Sometimes my phone for some reason doesn't alert me when stuff is done with Instacart. It's really irritating. If I never see this Spike boss again, it'll be way too soon. He is just, his little thing is just annoying. At least he's doing an easier pattern this time. Keep your gerbil. I ain't interested. Yeah, especially here. This is not gerbil friendly. territory here. So what is with him being so floaty in here? Just like, why is he so hard to control? That was incredibly cheap. I couldn't swallow either one of them. Wouldn't let me put him down. All right, the game's getting really cheap now for like no reason. Like really cheap with some of these things. That's really annoying. Like it's almost like it's taunting you. Like it showed you all those one-ups that you couldn't get, you know. I mean, they gave me some one-ups, but it's like they didn't, you know, I don't know, maybe the level's just bad. The other ones were fair. That one was just like, yeah, let me just see how far I can, you know, screw this guy over kind of thing, you know. This one doesn't look very promising either. It's a lot of unmanageable stuff where you have to do like that. And I don't understand why you did this to me, Kirby. You were this game was so good on the first like 5 worlds were really good. And then you just got into this undodgeable crap near the end, like this artificial difficulty spike, which a lot of bad games did back then. But they would just make unfair, stupid asks of the player. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater included in that, because I learned that the hard way last night. That I don't know if it was in the original, but like one of the challenges was so hard. I was pulling my hair out, what hair I have left, and no, I have a full head of hair. Don't worry. That was a joke, but I was pulling my hair out. I was just like, why is this just like, okay, I'll explain exactly what happened. So you'll understand my frustration with that last night. And I recorded it, and I recorded the whole game, right? The audio got screwed up because some copyrighted stuff slipped in and I could not take it out of the video. So I had to redo the entire 2-hour video again. Turned out different copyrighted thing got slipped in accidentally. Couldn't fix that either. Had to do 3rd try. And I was already fed up at that point. But one of the goals was in the downtown level where they expected you. I'm going to pause for a second so I can explain this. You had to go and know all this in advance. You have 2 minutes on the clock. You had to go all the way up to the roof of one of the buildings where the secret tape is, right? You had to go all the way up there, which took about 30 to 40 seconds by itself. You have a 2-minute timer. You had to go all the way up there. You had to get into a half pipe, jump, and then do a ridiculous jump across the 2 buildings to get to the other side where, you know, the secret tape is. Then you had to jump off of one ramp to your right after that, and you had to somehow land on a rail all the way on the ground, and there's no way to aim at all. It's literally just come off the thing and pray that you land on the rail. And after all that, you had to go back up to the roof again, and you had to jump across to a different building, and you had to do it all perfectly in 2 minutes. The challenge alone took about 1 minute and 30 seconds. And if you screwed up once, that was the end of the run. And that was one goal. You can tell that I was that you can, I'm pretty sure you just groaned as you listened to this. That you're just like, are you serious? Like they were asking me to do, and I pulled it off a few times. And there's no save states in that game, by the way, because it's the remake on PC. But I had to do it manually over and over and over and over. And I was just tearing my hair out because I'm just like, I'm going to do this stupid goal that doesn't make any sense. Like this doesn't make any sense with the wind pushing me back and me having to basically not get hit by these spiny things that I can't hurt. This is where people take a dump on Reddit a lot, and I can understand why on particular things, but I looked in the Kirby subreddit, and a lot of people said that this is by far the worst game in the series. Some people did, not all, but like some were just like, yeah, that game's awful. It's a technical marvel for being able to run on the Game Boy, but otherwise it's just a terrible. It's a bad game with bad level design, and I'm just like, yeah, the later levels are absolute garbage. Some of them are like, it's because it's like the undodgeable stuff. Really? 5 random doors, and what are they all going to lead to good or bad things? That's bad. I would say that's bad too. That's good. And the level. I'll just take it. Find us another extra life. I got 8 now. World 6 level 6. Oh, okay. Really? This is what we're gonna do? Just a wind blowing me away where I had to fight the jellyfish monster with no power up. Fine. That's how you start a level. Thanks for giving me a good pattern, at least. I can't really move. I can barely move. I have to, if I go up here, I get blown back, which is unnecessary. What I call artificial difficulty, where they basically put stuff in front of you that does not, that makes the game unnecessarily difficult for no good reason. Like, why am I stuck? You give me the animal buddy, and then like he just immediately, I don't understand what just. Is it random what animal buddy I get? No, you're not giving me the fish. No way. But the fact you can soft lock it where you lose your animal buddy just because you don't know to break that block immediately is just absolutely unfair. I still like the game, but it's just some of these levels are just irrational. Completely irrational, because to me, good level design is when you take a game and the challenge is based on the good design of the level. And good design means that you can get past obstacles without taking mandatory damage. But if I have to take damage, or it's incredibly difficult to not take damage, to get past a very tight spot in your level, it's a bad level. Like, you when you're playing a platformer, you need space. You shouldn't be forcing the player to basically rather do tedious stuff like this, like waiting to push against the wind, or because it's artificially lengthened in the game too. Because we have to go that way, so we just got to do this. Because why not? I think we got to do this. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. I think Johnny screwed up and he just went back to the start of the level and he's complaining about the level design. Oh God, it's going to be a long day. Last night was rough. Last night was really rough with Tony Hawk just not cooperating at all with me. So I apologize. That level just got me so angry last night. I mean, I was legit, like, righteously angry for the first time in a long time, especially at a game. I was fuming, man. It wasn't even just because of the game. It was because I recorded the same game twice in one day, back to back. I've basically been playing the same game all day. And it just, that stupid downtown level. And I was so fed up. I was so mad. And then on top of that, Papa decided that it'll be a great idea to be extra whiny yesterday because she wasn't getting the attention she wanted. And she would just keep whining and crying outside of my door. And I would tell her, look, I'm trying to work. Because then I tried to work with her in my lap earlier yesterday to make a compromise where she could sit in here with me. But she wouldn't do it. She just would not settle down and let me work, on this stuff. Like, she just kept getting in the way and would not listen. But when I'm trying to do this, because this is what I do, a big part of what I do for money, I keep telling her I have to work. I know I'm talking to a dog. I know. But she just doesn't listen because she's a weenie dog. And weenie dogs are known to be stubborn and they're going to have their way and they're going to be little divas and they're going to be a brat once in a while and throw tantrums and all that. Well, last night, really bad because I was already in a foul mood. I was sleeping bad. And all of a sudden it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I can hear her whining outside of my door. And I was telling myself that better not be her. She better not be out of her bed coming to wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to sit in my chair and, not let me go back to sleep. And sure enough it was, and we had a little bit of an argument. Nothing physical, obviously, because I don't hit my dog, but I gave her a stern talking to that she needs to get her butt in bed and stop doing this all night, and ever since she's been a little angel. She hasn't made a peep today. I'm sure she'll go right back to it, but right now she's pouting about it. But it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to sleep and I just hear this whining, this pitiful little high-pitched whine outside of my door just because she wanted to come in there and sit with me in the middle of the night. And I'm just like, that's sweet and all, but at the same time, it's like, Papa, I'm trying to sleep. And, you can't, once you get her in your lap, she doesn't want to leave. And, I love her. I really do. But she was doing the wrong thing on the wrong day. And I'm trying to train her now to stop being so whiny all the time. And, throwing these little tantrums because I'm trying to work and she doesn't like it. And I'm not giving her the attention she demands right this second, or the treat that she demands right this. She's become a little diva. And it's just, I got to stop her. And according to ChatGPT, that's where to stop her is just to let her whine and let her get over it on her own, and she'll eventually just shut up if she doesn't get her way. But it'll take a long time because she's a weenie, and weenie dogs are incredibly stubborn, and When they set their mind to something, when they set their mind to, I'm going to throw a temper tantrum, they're going to throw that temper tantrum. You're going to put up with it. This Krakow, what am I looking at? Just a cloud thing that I can't talk about on YouTube. Starts with the B. There's Krakow. Hey, buddy. I was wondering if you were going to show up in this game at all. You haven't yet, so. And you're, of course, going to be a pain in the butt, aren't you? Because I don't have a power, of course, because why would I? Krakow's done. I thought he was done. Really? There's a round 2 to this and I don't get any health? He's not the final boss. I know he's not the final boss. Is he? Is he the final boss? He is doing that whole "it's not my final form" thing. That second shot that I keep missing. There goes Krakow. Where are we going now? Some castle, dark castle. Or why not? 7 levels. All right, let's get into these final levels, starting with level 1 of World 7. I've actually been working on quite a few other projects lately, mainly like Donkey Kong Country for the GBA and Sim City for Super Nintendo, so definitely check the channel out to see what's going on there. But yeah, I definitely have a whole lot going on right now, project-wise, and I always stay pretty busy on this and try to get out at least one a day if possible, but, you know, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, an auto-scroller, okay. Hey, wait, what? I don't know how you were supposed to get that star. Already somehow forgotten how to do this. Oh, there it is. It works. Do a little dance. Someone actually called me the Bob Ross of gaming, and I kind of like it. I'm going to keep that. I don't know if I could actually use that on any branding or anything, but I do like the sentiment that I'm trying to go for, like that sort of soft Southern fall asleep sort of content. I don't know where Bob Ross is from. Where was he from? Even though I think he would probably be Southern, he's probably from somewhere like California or something. Something that I wouldn't even guess. I was completely wrong about Bob Ross. He was actually from Daytona Beach, Florida. Like California, it feels super muggy and conservative. It wasn't even close. Oh, that's nice. I'll take them. I'll take some free 1-ups. Is there more in there? No, just those 3. Hey man, you know, you can call me greedy if you want, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh no, I've done lost my power. Oops. Gotta get him in a better spot. These levels are actually a lot less difficult than I was expecting. I was expecting some outrageous. Oh, I just got hit by something, but I was expecting like impossible levels because level or World 6 was really rough with a lot of cheap shots. this one so far, the first two levels at least, haven't been too awful. Maybe it's because I was a little more frustrated during that play session that a little bit better perspective. And that's one thing I've decided to do is if I get into a game that has some frustrating areas, I'm just going to pause the recording if I start getting irritated with it and just come back with a clear head. That way it doesn't ruin the vibe at all. This area is pretty nasty though. But I will say that this game absolutely, for sure, ranks as probably the bottom of most people's Kirby lists of the mainline games. And I agree. It's definitely not the best. I think they really were, they were trying to get somewhere good, and they eventually did with the same sort of formula. But I feel like this was like kind of like that stepchild, the redheaded stepchild of the series that, is trying to do good, but ain't quite there yet, kind of thing. That's 3. We're just blasting right through these. Off to 4. Ooh, almost lost it there. Someone called me the Bob Ross of game, and I love it. I was thinking, I literally have brought that up in a previous video that I figured somebody's eventually going to call me the Bob Ross of gaming because of trying to do the soft voice and the, relaxing energy and all that, during something that might be a little stressful. Like, I don't think painting will be stressful unless you're trying to, paint some masterpiece on the first try. Then you stress yourself out with it. But, oh, I see. There's spikes right there. You just can't really see them. That's what I was getting hit by. We're just flying right through them now. I was expecting a lot worse. It must really have been just frustration that I got frustrated and like that because I was trying to beat the game in one day. Ended up kind of not relaxing and the game getting harder because I wasn't relaxing. Which happens a lot. It's like, that's one thing that happens to me a lot is I'll do something, I'll get really frustrated, just like I can't get this thing to do right. And then it's like, I leave, I come back to it a little while later and just, for some reason, it just comes together like, and it's like, well, okay. It's like, it doesn't make any sense why it came together that easily this time, but it just did. Just sometimes the thing just decides to work is what I call it. But I think a relaxed mind is a lot better than panic when it comes to trying to figure things out. Speaking of panic, I don't want you. Hate that fish. I remember it from the previous session of recording. Thank you. Give me my owl back. Me and Al, dude, are gonna go up to level 6 now. There's a flying level, it looks like. Or fly over the level. Nothing happens. The little spiky dudes just go off and have a beer somewhere. Beer. 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 Gonna go off and have a beer. I lost my power up. No, this is the wrong. Oh, get down. Florida man sends that alligator. No, get down. Just talking to an alligator like it was a dog. A wild gator just was trying to get up in his boat, and he just went up and smacked it on the mouth and was just like, no. Get I was like, bro, that's an alligator. You just told it to get down like a dog trying to, you know, get up on someone's leg. Like, seriously. That was insane to me. Whoops, that's. You just said get down to the gator like there was a freaking dog trying to jump up a visitor's leg or something. Oh yeah, I remember you pain in the butt. He's going to just be a real grade A pain, isn't he? Dude, like he does, like takes his spikes back like instantly in this one. But I mean, like, he's just like instant about it. One more hit should take him out, though, I would think. Oh, there it is. All right, level 7. The last proper level, I believe. This is a joke, right? Level. That enemy gone. I guess this is the final boss. I've looked up runs and it basically said, level 7 was the last level. So there's DDD right there. He's asleep. That's gonna take forever. I legit think I should just die so I can go get a power somewhere else. Just go to a different world and pick up a power up somewhere just to make this not take 20 years. There we go. Just like that. Go to the final boss. But the actual power this time. That's the worst part of this game, is the fact that like the power-ups are so few and far between a lot of times. Did not hurt him at all? I mean, it does, but it takes a lot more. Better than waiting for him to do his thing. Lord. All right. Well, is that it? That's the end of the game? All right, then. All right. Well, thank you for watching. And I didn't realize I was going to get it that fastly done today, but sure, why not? All right. I think there's like a secret final boss if you do like 100% of the game, but I don't have the patience. But hopefully you fell asleep if you did. Good night. If you're still here watching me, please consider becoming a member. It will help me a lot. We added a new tier where you can actually get access to a library that I am slowly building of more specialist content. Let's just call it that way. Nothing NSFW or perverted, but you know, just stuff that's more specific to helping issues like anxiety, depression, stuff like that. So you can get access to all that for the new $10 tier. All right. See you in the next video. Take care.